Hi Turford! This is our Sprint Compass project, or as we call it, Sajira. I'm Cassidy Haydu.
I'm Jake Roberts.
I'm Jared Steeper.
Yeah, you are. So I'm going to be showing and testing the program, and Jake's going to read the user stories before I do that. So take it away, Jake.
So we're going to start here on our homepage, which is also our project page. As a team member, I want to capture and maintain basic project information so that I can facilitate information collection.
So as you can see, we have a add new project button. When we click that, it gives us all of this that we can enter. If we hit save, it's going to get mad at us because we need to enter this stuff and I didn't enter any of it. So we're going to call it Sajira. We're a cup of Java, and we're going to say we started March 8th. We said we had 20.5 with the, no, sorry, other way around. We have 4 hours per story point with an estimated 20.5, and the estimated project cost is 5,330. So we're going to save that. As you can see, you can no longer add a new project because we are only allowing one project to be active. If you want to add a new one, you have to hit the delete button, and then you can add a new one. So I'm just going to enter that stuff again. For 20.5 and 5,330. Yay! What's next, Jake?
So next, we're going to move over to the users page. As a team member, I want to maintain a list of team members assigned to the project so that I can track estimated and actual times for each team member.
So we can click this add new user button, and it will allow us to enter first name, last name, and role. I'm going to start with Jared. Steeper, his role is a developer. So we're going to save that, and it shows up in the list. From here you can edit. So we're going to make him a developer 1. And that updates in the list. Or you can delete them, which will just remove them. I'm going to add him back, as well as add Jake and I as users. And you can also search the list for a specific user, such as Jake, which narrows the list down to just showing Jake. That's this page.
All right, next we're going to move over to the backlog page. As a team member, I want to capture and maintain the product backlog, including relative estimates and estimated costs, so that I can establish a benchmark for comparison purposes.
Yeah. So we're going to add a task. If you try and save it without adding a description, it will say it's required. So we're just going to add basic project information from the last tab. If you try and enter a negative number here in either of these, it will get angry because it must be greater than or equal to 0. So we're just going to enter 3 and 780. And from here you are not allowed to add subtasks. You have to save it before that's an option. So we save that, and from here you can edit it. So let's say relative estimate, we want it to be 4 now. Save that, it updates in the list. Or you can delete it, which removes it. So I'm going to add that one back. This was 3, 780, along with 2 other tasks that we completed during sprint 1. I'm just going to copy that over from another notepad here. 2 and 520. And one more. And 260. There we go. Those are tasks. What's next, Jake?
So next, we're going to move over to sprints. As a team member, I want to identify which user stories are going to be included in a given sprint so that I can have an understanding of what user stories will be part of a planned sprint.
Perfect. So we can hit this new sprint button and it will generate a new sprint for us, which is empty. If we hit it again, it will give us sprint 2. If we hit it again, it'll do sprint 3, and so on and so forth. So we're going to start on sprint 1. If we hit the task drop down button right here, it will show us the list of tasks that are available in the backlog tab. So we're just going to add each of these, and as you add them, they're taken away from your options because you can't add the same task multiple times in the sprint. So from here, we can hit the edit button, and this will allow you to edit a task just like you would in the backlog tab. You are also able to delete one, which will remove it from there, and then you can go back in here and re-add it. Oh, whoops, that was the wrong one, sorry. Which one did I delete? This one. There we go. So you can't add the same task multiple times to the same sprint, but if we go over to sprint 2, you can see that all of the tasks are still available here. You can add multiple tasks. No, you can add the same task to multiple sprints, but not multiple of the same task to one sprint. There we go. Back to you, Jake.
So next, we are going to move back to the backlog page to add some subtasks. As a team member, I want to be able to capture and maintain subtasks for each user story that is included in a sprint plan so that I can have a detailed understanding of the work to be completed within the current sprint.
Yes, so we are going to add 2 subtasks to each task. So we're going to take a subtask description, and then we can choose an assignee. I was assigned to this task and the subtask, so I'm going to choose me. I'm going to save that. Shows up into the list. And I'm going to do one more of those before showing the edit. So now I have 2 subtasks. From here you can edit it. So say Jared wanted to do this instead. That's his now. I'm going to change it back though. Not that it really matters because I'm going to show that you can also delete subtasks. If you delete a task, it will delete all of its subtasks that it's related to, because we don't want just random subtasks floating around that can't be accessed anyway. So we're going to take this, we're going to add that back, we're going to save that. Now we're going to do the same for the other 2. And this was Jake's. And one more set. And I'm going to do this last one from the sprint tab. So as you can see, the subtasks are now available in this as well, and you can add new ones from here. And that's adding subtasks.
Okay, so next we're going to move over to the retrospective page. As a team member, I want to, at the end of a sprint and for each team member, capture the actual number of hours worked and an estimate of time to complete subtasks so that I can track time spent by each team member on any given user story and provide a metric for the work remaining.
What a mouthful. Okay, so we're going to pick sprint 1 because that's one we've been working with. And as you can see, here are all the tasks. We're going to start with this one. So if we hit edit, we now have available these 3 fields. So it doesn't like my number pad sometimes. It's my computer's fault. So actual hours worked, we're going to say 1. Okay. Completion left to complete, there's none. And I will leave a note. Everything went well. We're good. And we're going to edit this one as well. I'm going to say this one's 2.5. Darn. Was really hoping it'd work this time. There we go. And we're not going to leave a note for this one. And now we can jump over to another task. We're going to do the same thing. one more. 2. And for this last one, we're going to say that there's 6 hours worked on this. And we're going to say there's 1 hour left to complete. We're going to say one issue, had trouble with it. We're going to fix it soon. Let's try. Oops, sorry. We can also edit these values from the backlogs. So as we can see, these are now updated. So I can edit this. The only thing you can't edit here from the other tab is you can't add notes. So we're going to save that, and that's good. And that is our retrospective.
Okay, so we're going to go back to the sprint page. As a PMO, I want to generate a sprint summary report that reports the status, time spent, and any re-estimates for each user story and its related subtasks, so that I can understand the progress that is being made each sprint.
So if we select our sprint 1, we can see that there is a generate PDF report button. If we click on this, it's going to wait a few seconds, and then it's going to download a report based off of these tasks and their subtasks, and also open it in a new tab. So let's do that. Wow, that was a lot faster than I expected. So as you can see, we have our project team name, the sprint, along with the tasks and subtasks. This shows the people who are assigned to them, their percentage complete, the original hours versus the actual hours, and our re-estimate. As you can see here, this is at 70% because we have 1 and 2 left to recomplete. And this is our total right down here. And that is our PDF. And that's our video. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.